Hi, my name is Heather Miller, and I'm the Policy Administrator from the University of Southern California. And with me today, I have
Todd Biersack, and I'm an IRBA as well for the University of Southern California. And we're here to teach you how to sing. No, actually, we're here to teach you how to consent properly,
yes,
right?
and we're super excited about it.
So
We
excited.
we want to make sure after you have your IRB approved informed consent form that you're doing all of the steps that are required by the federal regulations. Todd? So,
Perfect. Yeah, I'll take it away. First, use the IRB approved stamped ICF. To ensure that you're using the IRB approved ICF, log into your study in iStar and click View next to Approved Documents.
that's where you're going to find the right document. Make sure you're using the right document. It's got to have that little stamp along the side. Next, what should always happen, Todd, every single time?
Obtain consent prior to starting any research procedure. That's pretty basic,
Yeah.
I
And
would think.
don't forget, whatever you do, don't forget that. Okay, what about this whole California Experimental Bill of Rights thing? What's that?
Well, if applicable to the study, include the California Experimental Subjects Bill of Rights. It must be presented and signed prior to the ICF and is signed and dated by the participants. If the participants have a legally authorized representative, their signature and date must be included.
Yeah, it's the very beginning. So you can check out our templates and our forms and templates on our website. And if this is applicable to your study, it's going to be right before the informed consent form. You're going to want to make sure that the informed consent form, if there is a legally authorized representative for the participant, they also have their signature and their date on the informed consent form. What about
Right.
number 5? What is that?
Well, ensure that the ICF includes the signature of the persons obtaining consent. All study personnel that are responsible for obtaining consent must be listed in ISTAR Section 2.1.
And what does that mean?
Well, if you don't have the proper certifications, how can you consent?
That's
So ISTAR keeps track of that. The GCP, HIPAA, that's where you'll find it under 2.1.
Thank you. So make sure if you're adding study personnel at any time during your study, you need to first notify the IRB so that that person is in our system, so that if they are the person obtaining consent, that we've got a record of them in our system.
Right.
All right, number 6, super duper important. So
Provide a full
important.
copy of the signed, stamped, informed consent to the participant. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
What this means is
Absolutely.
the entire informed consent form with their signature and your signature, if applicable, to the participant. They get a full copy of it, all of the pages, exactly like what you're going to keep for yourself. What about number 7?
Well, you don't just give a consent to the participant, but you also keep the full original consent form that was approved by the IRB with the participant's original signature. If applicable, maintain a copy of the informed consent form in the participant's research chart, medical record, or equivalent file in the medical research studies.
That's right, because if you're doing a medical research study, you might house it differently than if you're doing a social behavioral study. But in all cases, you need to keep track of who the participants are, who signed it, and you must have that copy. And that copy can be requested by us at the IRB, and you're going to want to be able to be sure that you're able to produce it just like that. So number 8.
Yes, to prevent any protocol deviations, keep a log, a binder of all the participants that have been consented. Very important.
Yep. And finally, properly store those consent forms. These are private information. These must be housed properly. There's all sorts of resources within the USC ecosystem, and we encourage you to reach out to IT if you need support, and the best places to support and store these informed consent forms. We're super excited to support you here at the HRPP and the IRB with Todd. And thank you so much.
And now you're ready. Now you're ready to consent, one participant at a time.
Thank you so much, Todd.